Ladies and gentlemen, just the simple fact that you can hear and see this message means that you have a lot to be thankful for. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And that's what we want to talk about today: how to adopt an attitude of gratitude. I want you to stick and stay right here for the Thanksgiving message coming your way on In the Mix. There's a quote that suggests the more that you are thankful for what you have, the more that you will have to be thankful for. It's just something about Thanksgiving. It's something about being grateful that now opens up the door to receive. Grateful, being a person who is giving, now opens the door for receiving. And before you, or maybe you already have, eaten the beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, ram, ham, hog, maws. I don't know what it is. You name it. I want you to make sure that you take some time to reflect on just this opportunity, this moment, the reason that you are alive. Because as long as you have a pulse, you have a purpose. If you're not dead, God isn't done. And so many people haven't made it this far. So many people are not being able to enjoy the amenities of what you have to experience today. I don't want you to take that for granted. I want you to be thankful, even in times that, yes, that's stressful. Don't forget to be thankful. And to a certain degree, the climate of the country, the ways of the world, the times in which we're living in, sometimes you say to yourself, how do I maintain being thankful when times are stressful? How do I maintain being thankful when times are stressful? First and foremost, here's what we have to do. We have to adopt an attitude of gratitude. Come on, think about how you made it through this year, just this moment thus far. Breath in your body, the activity of your limbs, reasonable portion of health and strength. You're waking up each and every single day. You have relatively basic amenities. Things may get low, but you're not running out. That's a reason to be thankful. And here's the thing. A lot of times we're always focused on what it is that we're going to get next. I want this next. I want that next. I'm going after this next. I got to have this next. You're looking at what everybody else has, and you're not even focused on what you have. Too many times we're going out of business, focusing on everybody else's business. Stop, smell the roses, take a pause, move into a place of praise, move into a place of thanksgiving, being thankful, and now giving. I'm thankful for what I have. What do I need to give to bless somebody else? And see, when you start being in a mentality to say, I want to give clothes away, I want to give canned goods and coats, I want to give this to somebody else, I want to give my time, my talent, and my treasure, I want to give from a place of mentoring, I want to give encouraging words. It now takes the spotlight and now takes the attention off of you, and now you put it on other people. You'll stop focusing on what you don't have. And now you're able to be a blessing of what somebody else may not necessarily have and what they don't experience. You can still be thankful even when times are stressful. And here's the thing: an attitude of gratitude lowers your level of stress. Researchers indicate this: those who are more thankful are less stressed. It reduces your cortisol level. It reduces that level of the high intensity and the high anxiety that comes with that. Taking some time to be thankful. Sometimes you have to write down your list of what you're thankful for. You have to remind yourself the things that I take for granted, somebody else is praying for. The job that you don't like, somebody else is hoping that they get one like that. The money that you may not necessarily have, somebody wishes they had the money that you have in the bank. I want you to adopt an attitude of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude shifts and lifts your aptitude, your skill development, your talent, you being a resource to other people. You get into a place to where now you want to strengthen others as a result. Secondly, here it is. I don't want you to go ham. I know there may be some ham on your table, but I don't want you to go ham this Thanksgiving holiday. Sometimes, you're in the holiday season, the holiday spirit. Now you're sitting around a table with family that you may not necessarily talk to all the time. You're sitting around people, friends or family, that you may not always get along with. It's one thing to eat ham. It's another thing to go ham. It's one thing to consume beef. But here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to engage in beef. To not do that, here's what you have to move into. Yes, that attitude of gratitude, not going ham, secondly, but it now moves you into a place to where you're living a life of forgiveness. You're saying, you know what? I'm going to maintain my peace. I'm going to protect my peace. I'm not going to be anxious for anything. I'm going to be prayerful and I'm going to be peaceful. I'm going to be postured in a particular place where, no, you cannot move me off center. Just because they may be mad, just because they may be upset, just because they go ugly, just because they go ham, just because they engage in beef, doesn't mean that you have to. Sometimes you have to love people from a distance. It is you saying, I'm not going to deal with narcissism this year at the dinner table. I'm not going to deal with narcissism this year for the holiday season. That's not going to be a gift to me. I'm not going to be dealing with gaslighting and people who are negative. I'm not going negative on the negative. I'm going to remain positive. I'm not dealing with parasitic people. This is going to really be a holiday for you. This is going to really be the time for you to actually step into the holidays with gladness, with joy, with peace, with increase. And I know for many of us, holidays can be a tough time. Some of us are dealing with regret. Some of us are dealing with grief. Some of us are still grieving. Some of us had to bury loved ones. Some of us wish those loved ones were still around. Some of us are grieving the loss of people who are still alive. Yeah. You're grieving the loss of people. You're grieving the loss of relationships and connections from people who are still alive, but you have no attachment and association to them. It's okay to not be okay. But hear me, it's not okay to stay that way. Give yourself the gift of forgiveness. Give yourself the gift of goodbye. God can give you grace for your grief. He can now shift you from where it is that you are to where you can be. He can now shift you from being or feeling like you're so alone to now being one with him. Take the time to pause. Take the time to ponder. Take the time to process. Take the time, hear me, to engage your emotions, to check where it is that you are, so that you don't emotionally fly off the handle. So that you don't say something in a few seconds that now you're still apologizing for years later. You're still apologizing for it years later. Words don't have a receipt. Don't go ham on anybody. Move into a place of peace. Here's another thing I don't want you to stuff the turkey. That's right. I want you to maintain an attitude of gratitude. Secondly, I want you to be in that place to where you don't go ham. Thirdly, don't stuff the turkeys. To not be a turkey, you have to be an eagle. Don't be a chicken. Don't be a chicken. Don't be a pigeon. Don't be a vulture. Chickens always flapping their wings, but they never take flight. Pigeons just poop everywhere. Unseemly bird. No decorum whatsoever. A vulture, those eat dead carcasses. Vulture eats dead carcasses. It feasts on that which is dead when you need to eulogize what's dead and move on to that which is alive. Here's what you ought to be. You ought to be like an eagle. Eagles mount up on wings to move to another level. Eagles take flight. Eagles, here's what they do. They soar into the storm and they use the storm to go higher. It's one thing to stuff a turkey, is another thing to be a turkey. Sometimes you got turkeys sitting around at the table, right? But don't stuff the turkey with your fists. Don't stuff the turkey with your words. Don't even go back and forth on the negative. When people go low, you have to go high. I didn't say hit them low, and I didn't say hit them high. If they go low, you remain high. You maintain a frequency that says, I'm not coming down to your level, because your frequency is dictated by what you think about frequently. I have to set my mind to another level. I have to now be in a place to where I have an attitude of gratitude. I am thankful. And because I'm thankful and because I am giving on Thanksgiving and beyond, I now reflect that in my character. I now reflect that in my disposition. See, too many times you're allowing people to push buttons and press buttons, and they never do press those buttons for you to go high. They always press those buttons either for you to remain where you are, for you to plateau, or for you to go low. You have to make a decision that you're going to go high. You're going to remain high. This is going to be a good holiday season for you. It's not going to be a holiday season that you're regretting. It's not going to be a holiday season that you're looking just to wash your hands of it and hurry up and get over with. It's not going to be the holiday season where you hate to see those people coming and you love to see them going. This is going to be a holiday season for you of healing, of happiness, of hope, of now having joy that shifts you to another level and to another dimension. You're going to actually now put the happy into Thanksgiving. That's what it is. It's going to now be a time to where you're saying, I'm shifting into happy Thanksgiving. I'm happy for where I am. I'm happy for how I've moved to my life to another level. And now there's going to be greater that comes as a result of it. And that's why I'm praying for peace of mind for you. That peace overshadows your heart during this holiday season. Your in-laws may act like outlaws, but I want you to show them love anyway. They may not even abide by any laws. They may be renegades. They may want to do what they want to do and say what they want to say, but don't allow them to treat you any old kind of way. Create healthy boundaries. And believe that the best and the blessed is yet to come for you and your family too. I'm showing you how to level up. I'm showing you how to actually live a life and develop an attitude of gratitude and a life of thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving always creates room for more. Thanks and giving always creates room for more. I want to show you how to do that. I want to show you how to close the gap between your ideas, your impact, your influence, and ultimately your income. And it takes place in my amazing transformative online community called the Eagles Academy. I would that you would go to that website right now, theeaglesacademy.com. Theeaglesacademy.com. I told you, don't be a turkey, be an eagle. Showing you how to soar on wings is like an eagle and shift to another level. Theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Enroll Now button. I want you to fill out that form. I guarantee that you're going to be transformed. I know you're transformed by this conversation. Drop a love donation. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how and where to give. Give a gift of Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving. Put the giving in Thanksgiving. I'm giving to the community, really supplying so many opportunities for food, clothing. We're shifting to shelter as well. Literacy development, mentorship. Put the giving in Thanksgiving. And you can do that simply by dropping a love donation on Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, on PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com, and then even on Zelle as well, which is EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. Any form or fashion of a love donation becomes a blessing to where now you're giving so that I can give on a greater level. May not be able to be there physically, but your gift goes where you can't go. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how and where to give. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your Thanksgiving and for you giving on Thanksgiving. Appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Of course, I've been growing your greatness even on a holiday. Yeah, even on a holiday. Been growing your greatness. Help me grow our channel for change that creates change and that breaks chains. Want you to let me know what you thought about the show in the comments below. Come on, if you tapped in, if you tuned in, just type Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes, Happy Thanksgiving. Follow me on all the social sites at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. And, from me to you, from my family to yours, I'm wishing you an amazing Thanksgiving. I'm believing that the best and blessed is yet to come for you. I want you to take some time to pause, to process, to ponder, to be in anticipation and excitement for the best and the blessed that's yet to come. Maintain that attitude of gratitude. All of that creates room for more. And so I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for your viewership. I'm thankful for your encouraging words. I'm thankful for every heart, for every like. Thankful just for your viewership, for your love gifts and your donations. I'm thankful for your support. It means a lot. Makes a world of a difference. It's like that rapper said, there's no way that I can pay you back, but my plan is to show you that I understand. So I want you to know, from my heart to yours, you are appreciated. Let me know what you thought about the show in the comments below. You know I got to go. My plate awaits. But I just want you to know. And let me, what are you eating for Thanksgiving, by the way? What y'all eating? Anyway, I just want you to know. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that. From another mother, family has been fun. But you know a brother got to run to go get a plate. I just want you to know it's yours truly, Dr. Eddie. And of course, from my heart to yours, I'm wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Nothing but love, peace, and increase is your portion. Peace and a whole lot of love. I'll see you soon. Happy Thanksgiving.